Hey guys, all right, I just want to show you how to make a good image grab from Onshape, better than a screenshot. So here is a mousetrap car. We're going back a notch just so it's something a little more exciting to look at. So you can do a screenshot, but you guys realize that a screenshot comes up at a very low resolution, and that's just how screenshots work. So in order to get a better image onto your wiki, right, to better sell your product, you need good images. Now, we're not going to go as far as a full-on render. There's a whole nother level of software that you can get into to render these things out so they look amazing. And I'll show you an example of that in a couple minutes. But let me just show you how to do this. So go to the hamburger right here in Onshape and find print. Now, print gives you a little box that is what is going to print. All right. Now, if I look at my vehicle here, I think I would be better off going landscape. Okay. And then your objective is to make this fit as best you can in that box. So I'm using the shift key and the arrow keys to drag it around, and then I'm going to zoom in slowly till it fills that box. Get a nice angle to show all the details that you need for your product. All right? So that's how you do it. And I'm making it fit nice. These arrow keys are quite a coarse adjustment, so I can position this. And remember, this is where wherever your arrow is going to stay stationary. So like I can position my front wheels down here pretty tight, and if I hold my arrow and zoom in here, it's going to make the back kind of stretch up a little bit. So take your time and get a good positioning. Then you can download your image, and it's going to render it, and it's going to download it to your download folder or your desktop. All right, so in my case, it puts it on my desktop, and now I have an image that is higher resolution. If you zoom in on it, you can show yourself that this is higher resolution than a screenshot. It's still nothing amazing, but for putting on your wiki, it will definitely look better, and it comes up a lot bigger. Okay, this is also the way that you can take this image into Photoshop and really make it pop if you're comfortable with Photoshop at all. A couple other things you can do here, folks, is under the View little menu here, you can turn perspective on, and perspective it works well for things. It makes things look farther away, smaller, which is how our eye naturally sees things. Now, for something as small as this car, it kind of doesn't really help. It hides the details, but it's something you can experiment with. Turn perspective on or off. All right, make things look more realistic. Perspective should be on. And then you can also try turn off the hidden edges, shaded without edges. And that turns those black lines off. And that can help, in some cases, make things look more realistic. All right, so spend your time getting the angle right to show the details that you really want to show, and wiggle the thing around enough and orbit and all that stuff. Then you go to the hamburger, you print, you pick landscape or portrait. All right, go in landscape. Check this out. We could throw this onto some massive paper here. I don't know what the sizes are. Let's try ANSI C. ANSI C is a large piece of paper. So if I export this now, it's going to take a while to render. This is going to be, let's check it out here. This is going to be even larger still, and your detail will be much finer. All right, now if you try to put an ANSI C sheet onto your wiki, that's going to be a problem. So I would stick with letter size, but the idea is that you have a lot of power there, much better. Yeah, this is 2.6 megabytes. It's 6,500 pixels. that ANSI C, and this one is 3200 pixels, so that's twice as big. All right, so folks, there you have it. There's ways to make nice pictures better than a screenshot. Okay, so when you're putting your images onto your wiki, use the hamburger print ability of your software. Okay, and if you need multiple images, zoom in and give us the detail of those multiple images. Okay. One last thing I want to show you. I said I would show you a real render using real rendering software from Onshape. So, and you've all seen this in the classroom. This is a project we did in I&I a couple years ago, and I did this in Onshape, and I rendered it using a software that makes true renders with different materials. I mean, look at that. It looks amazing. So if you wanted to get into that, it really makes these things pop. This is how you can watch movies where cars look like real cars, but they're actually models. There's rendering software, so that's a whole nother level of CAD to get into. All right, so there it is. Make some good outputs, and if you need any help with any of this stuff, please hit me up on the Hangout. Peace out, y'all. Enjoy your week.